to sleep, and then she falls asleep. I'm like, you're so cute, let me play with you. Same with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hi, and then I'm like, oh, you're cute, let me play with you.
Just firing up the stream. Before the game's on. Do a quick stream.
Too tired to come over here. Good night.
What's up, Brando? What's up, Dan? MVS just caught another touchdown in the Packers game. All right. All right, you guys ready for a season preview? I was thinking of just going down the rankings. Normally it'd be fun to look at the new conferences or the new divisions, but but since John screwed that up, we can just re-look at the old divisions. The preseason like Heisman stuff and All-American stuff, it normally isn't that helpful to look at because the lists are just dumb. Like they don't actually reflect what players are good. And then we can look at everybody's rosters. So that's what I had in mind. If anybody has anything else in particular that they'd like to see, feel free to make a comment and I'll go look at it. All right. Preseason top 25. I never really understood what this rank is. So this is let's look at the coaches ranking. Rice and Nevada splitting the votes. Top 5 users. Wow, I just realized that. Old Dominion, Toledo, Hawaii. 99s across the board for the top 3. Top 4. Hawaii slightly lacking on offense. We've got some CPU squads. UTEP coming in at 15. We've got John and Louisiana Tech coming in at 19. 21 UAB under new leadership. C+ special teams for Hawaii. Let's go down here and see. So UTEP, Louisiana Tech, UAB, Utah State resting just outside of the top 25. And then UNLV at 35. Akron at 40, despite being an A+ on offense and an A+ overall. I assume that's due to their tough year last year. Is that the lowest team at 40? It's gotta be. Well, I forgot about UMass, huh? Oh, where's UMass at? UMass down at 122. Honestly, it probably is good for Tyler that we didn't end up getting him in our conference, so he can go like 9-3 or whatever this year if he loses his 3 user game. I mean, he might win the user game in the non-conference as well, but at least just like win his conference, win a bowl game or something, you know, get him a little bit out of this rut. Yeah, I mean, he's that roster is just 1 star. I mean, I know he's gonna take another job, but at least if he has a good year, he'll have a chance to take another job. But yeah, so the top 5 user squads: Rice, Nevada, Old Dominion, Toledo, Hawaii. 6-star, 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 5-star only for Toledo. Hawaii is also at 5 stars. Let's take a look at the conference outlook. So how are these divisions split up? Same as last year. We have the Nevada Sucks division. Old Dominion favored. Old Dominion, Toledo, Hawaii, UTEP, Akron, and a computer Kent State program. Old Dominion, Toledo. So this just reflects the top 25 rankings. Hawaii beat Toledo in a big game at the end of the year to make the conference championship game last year. Rice favored to repeat on this side. Nevada, ultra talented roster, running a possibly outdated offensive scheme. We'll see how that goes. But from my labbing experience with Brando a couple days ago, it seems like is it the flex bone, Brando, or is it the wishbone? Flex bone, right? Don't want to get that incorrect. It seems like the flex bone could work, but you never know. It's definitely not. It'll definitely take a little bit of time for Brando to get the kinks ironed out, I bet. But he has the roster to do it. John flirted with retirement last off season, but he will be back. Okay, I thought it was the flex bone. John flirted with retirement last off season. He's back in the building. He, I think, also took off some recruiting there at the end of the year. So I'm not sure. We'll take a look at his roster. 90s across the board. But for how long he's been there, I feel like his roster should be in better shape, probably. UAB, new coach Deontay Kincaid taking over for Salim. That roster, better on defense than on offense from what I can tell here. Anton's Utah State roster is slowly but surely rounding into form. Upper 80s, low 90s. UNLV has a potent offense, predicted to finish last in the conference. But I wouldn't necessarily believe the rankings on that one. UNLV always overperforms with a worm at the helm. So yeah, nothing too exciting with the divisions since we are not switching them up this year. We'll have to figure out what to do as far as like what next year. Are we gonna put in the draft from this year, or are we just kind of pretend this year didn't happen and have the 2 new division winners draft the divisions? So Brent Scott from Rice, Computer Ohio State, Billy Harmon from Old Dominion, Nate Ingram from NIU, and Chris Campbell. So only 2 out of the 5 Heisman candidates are users. I have a feeling that will change. Looking at the championship contender rankings here, we have Rice in the top 3 every single year. Nevada in the top 4 every single year. Old Dominion rounding out the other team in the top 5 every single year. Toledo, look at that, 4-2-3-1, 2024 Toledo. Number 1 in the nation. Cody has been doing some work recruiting. Hawaii is looking to be in pretty good shape as well. Number 1 in 2023, top 5 these 2 years. You've got UTEP creeping around the top 10. You've got Louisiana Tech, so they must just have a young roster, just looking at how their rankings jump up after this year. UAB sitting in the mid-teens. Utah State, a big jump into the top 10 after this season. UNLV looking good in 2022. Worm has been there for a shorter amount of time than everybody else, so obviously it'll take him a minute or 2, but I have a feeling that that team will have a pretty stacked. I mean, they have a 97 overall offense. That's, it could be worse. You got Akron here, who has a really good roster right now. Looks like they could be having some in-between classes here, you know, from when Tyler left and then Brando taking over. A lot of head coaching changes going on. Probably a lot of like half-finished recruiting classes, I'm guessing. Could be something that happened. Probably no point to doing this. Let's just go see UMass for the fun of it. See how rough they're looking. Hey. Well, I don't think Tyler's going to be there in 2022 or 2023 or 2024, but they're, you know, out of the doldrums into the slightly less doldrums. Still very doldrumy. I'm vaguely interested in the toughest places to play. Let's go take a look. Sanford Stadium. Oh, what's up with all this crap? Rice has an 18-game home win streak. Old Dominion lost their last home game. They're such a new D1 school. They're 39-10-0 at home in their career. I think possibly the year this game came out is like their first year in Division 1 or something. Like, I think this might just be Tyler's actual home record. Or maybe like they were in D1 for like a year. But I think this might, they're like a true new school in this game. Nevada at 12. Toledo is on a 6-game home winning streak at the Glass Bowl. Great name for a stadium. Hawaii closing in on the top 25. Their stadium is trademarked, which is interesting. Not all of them are. They got a trademark. Good work, Hawaii legal department, to get the trademark on your stadium name. UTEP, Louisiana Tech, late 30s. The Akron Zips have been struggling of late. 45. UNLV down at 57. They had a lot of climbing to do. Utah State at Romney Stadium. Love that. Average attendance of 5,000. And that team has been, you know, competitive. Rice is a tough place to play. That's true. You're on a little bit of a winning. I'll sort by winning streak here in a sec. UAB at Legion Field. Cool name. And once again, we are down into UMass territory. Where are we at, UMass? Or I might have missed. Nope, they're at 121. Alright, let's look at some winning streaks here. That might be a reason he wants to stay. I don't know. Kent State, who has the misfortune of being in the all-user conference now without a user. 10-game home losing streak. I would be interested to see Utah State. Third lowest attendance in the country. Anton, you know, he's doing some great work there, but he just has not gotten the fan base engaged yet. That's got to be disappointing for him. Rice with the only double-digit win streak. Toledo up there at 6. All right, I think. Do we care about any? Do we care about job security or coach info or anything like that, guys? Thoughts? We can look at that if you guys wanted to. I mean, I'd even be interested in looking at like some career stat leaders. Like, what are the? Not Hawaii. Can I just do our division? This is what I want to see. How about this? Career stat leaders. Love this. Dallas Martin looks like he's at least a 2-year starter, huh? Through 40 touchdown passes. Predictions. I'm not in the prediction business. Maybe I'll after I look at the rosters, maybe I'll do some light predicting, but I don't want it to come back and bite me in the ass. The dog is craving attention right now. So, Dallas Martin pretty easily leads the career stats and touchdowns and yards right now. Redshirt senior Jeremy Smith thrown for over 6,600 yards. You got Jesse Baker. It's weird that it only shows these many guys. I feel like there should be more players in that. Like, you know, like maybe they only fit the top so many in there. But Terry Little, 32 career touchdowns. I mean, those are solid years. 1,500 yards and 18 touchdowns. I don't know. Is this stuff interesting? None of these guys have played too much. I mean, this guy's got 26 touchdowns on 85 career catches. It's a pretty incredible touchdown to reception ratio. 2 1,000 yard seasons under his belt. 2 double-digit TD seasons under his belt. Let's look at what he did in the return game. I don't know. That's fine. Okay, enough of that stuff. None of those guys had like super impressive career stats. Let's look at some goddamn rosters. How about that? Alright. Let's check some rosters, guys. We're not going to start with Hawaii. We're going to start in alphabetical order. Hawaii's second in alphabetical order. We got a very end of the alphabet conference here. Alright. Akron, coached by our good friend James. I don't know what your coach's name is in this dynasty. Looks like the presumed starter is Jeremy Smith. You got his brother Corey Smith on there as well. Jeremy Smith, 2018 limited action, 2-year starter, 30 touchdowns. Last year he threw 31 touchdowns, 27 interceptions. That's not what you want to see in your second year as being a starter. He's got 90 speed. He's got 86 throw power, 92 accuracy. So pure athlete, not a huge arm. Good starting experience under his belt. Running back here we got. Oh my god, dude. Alright, I am having Julie sit on my lap to see if that's enough attention for her. Alright, Terry Little, who I think we just looked at and is the current active division leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. 88 speed, 99 excel. Good break tackle, good trucking. This guy is living up to his name as a power back for sure. 99 stiff arm, 95 spin. So, not top end speed, but I mean, the dude can truck. The dude can break tackles. Not surprised by that. We don't care about this position. Sorry, fullback fans. They have 3 90 plus wideouts. None of them over 90 speed, though. Pretty good excel here. I mean, not a incredibly terrifying looking receiving core for opponent. I mean, 99 catch from Joseph Charles here. Let's see what. Good route runners. A lot of possession receivers. They have 3 guys with 99 route running. I don't know how common that is. I was going over here to see release. Good release on with one guy. Not like across the board or anything. Tight end is a position of need, from what I can tell. Okay, let's look at the line here. Okay, left tackle. They have 1 left tackle on the roster. He's a true sophomore. Left guard is an absolute black hole. Center is not looking good. So you get 2 right guards that are 90 plus. You can move one of those over. Alright, so they can probably cobble together like an all 80 plus offensive line, playing a lot of guys out of position. Obviously at certain spots here on the line they're like lacking a ton of depth, or not even depth, but just like anyone, you know. But I think if you move some guys around, they can make this work. I mean, right? So you got a starting right tackle. You take this guy, you put him at, so they already have left tackle. You put that other guy at left guard, right? you don't have a center. You maybe put that guy at center because I'm assuming that's the least important position. You put this guy over at left guard. Yeah, you can make that work. It looks pretty rough there. The left side of the line is. I'm sure there'll be a recruiting focus. All right, they have a very talented left end here. They have a lot of right ends. They have defensive line depth a little bit, 85, 84, 87 speed, left outside linebacker with 99 XL. That guy, that's exactly the type of guy I'd want at that position. Nothing really at middle linebacker. The fact that this guy made the roster is not a good sign. So, good outside linebackers, nothing at inside linebacker. I don't know what formation he runs, but they got a stud corner here in Scott Dixon, who hasn't played much, but he did have 3 picks and a defensive touchdown last year and forced a fumble. 97 speed. Let's go check some carry ratings. If I go through each roster this in depth, I'm going to be here till about 5 in the morning, but we'll see. Sorry for the guys at the end of the alphabet, just going to get short shrift after I spend 30 minutes on the first couple teams. What was I going to do? Look at their care coverage. All right, so solid cover ratings. None of them are particularly good at press coverage. Same for let's go zone. You're looking for zone coverage really with safeties, right? Probably 97 overall free safety. They got a good defensive backfield, I'll say that. Hopefully their punter's better. Yep. All right. Well, they got a good punter. They got Rodrigo Blankenship's brother. All right. So, it's fine. Their roster is fine. I mean, it's a fine roster. Obviously, like I could see it. It looks like something once the senior class graduates, they could be in trouble if they don't kind of crush the recruiting cycle here. But I forgot they don't check out of that every time. But right now, I think they're in a pretty good spot this year. All right, I think second is our very own Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. All right, I mean, you guys have heard about Hank Hawaii at this point. I won't shut up about him. Last year, in limited duty, he made 2 starts when the other guy was injured. 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, 488 yards in about 2 games. The man is not mobile. 59 speed. That is obviously not my play style, but 97 throw power, 97 throw accuracy as a redshirt sophomore. I mean, he's got a fucking cannon. So it'll be really interesting to play with a pure pocket passer. I mean, I got a 80 speed guy. I got some other guys on the bench, but it's time to learn how to play with a non-mobile quarterback. If I can't win with this guy, I'll never win. Running back, we got 2 guys. We have a balanced guy. We got a speed guy. I mean, Demetrius Simpson, 99 speed. That's gonna be fun to play with. Mackenzie is a little bit more well-rounded. I mean, well, I guess we could look at that. I mean, better trucking, same elusiveness, same vision, same stiff arm. I mean, honestly, the juke is lower. Yeah, this guy's 70 carrying. I can already tell that that's probably going to be annoying. But I mean, what is this guy? This guy's a junior. Actually, he's actually older than the other guy. Interesting. Okay, wide receiver. One senior, and I think everybody else is underclassmen, basically. Alright, I'm actually just gonna move my mic over here and see if I can just sit over here so she doesn't whine. Alright, so the senior possession receiver does not have breakaway speed. There are some speedy boys on the back end of this corpse, right? I mean, we got 96, 95, 94 speed. But these dudes can't fucking catch at all. Yeah, I mean, look at this shit. Oof, that's rough. That's, you know. So, I don't think this receiving core is that good. Like there's not any of these top guys with actually breakaway speed and being good at route running, catching, or anything. Good tight end, All-American, I guess. We've also got this. So we have a couple of these spots where our older players are riding the pine, as the recruiting's kind of bumped up. The entire starting O-line graduated last year, so we have 1 left tackle, 2 young left guards. We got depth at center, so Clayton Brown is going to be playing right guard. But so it's going to be a mid-80s offensive line with 2 good centers basically sprinkled in there. Michael Beverly had just a generally worse year last year than 2 years ago. Maybe he got hurt or something, but he's pretty good. Not as impressed by Andy Houston, but he'll be serviceable. Famous actor Anthony Hopkins anchoring the center of the D-line. Can't ask for much more than that. Linebacking core is not amazingly fast is a problem. I mean, 76 speed at left outside linebacker. We have a bunch of middle linebackers that are going to be playing out of position. Like Carl Ferguson is going to be playing on the outside because don't have room for 3 middle linebackers. But my actual outside linebackers are all slow as dicks. Corner is pretty stacked. I mean, we got 2 seniors who have great speed and generally good coverability. We've got a lot of talented freshmen and redshirt freshmen down there, so feel good about corner. Free safety, we got a speed demon who's only a redshirt freshman who's starting, and then we got a redshirt sophomore. So young in the safety positions. We got a kicker on the team. Oh, I did it again. All right, so that is Hawaii. I don't know if I had to rate the roster. I mean, QB, obviously have a stud QB, feel really good about running back. Receiver and O-line are like in a kind of an in-between spot. The defensive backfield is really good, I'd say, but I don't feel great about the end of the D-line. It's just the linebackers are pretty weak, probably. All right, Louisiana Tech, Nelson Chase, a senior pocket passer. So let's see So, did this guy play last year? No, he did not. I bet you this guy did play last year. All right, so this is the starter. AJ McCall starting. 78 speed. Let's see what he can do. And he's got 8 more throw power, a little less accurate. Yeah, that's a pretty easy call there. This guy's a pocket passer with 78 speed. No, that's the dream. I'm interested in that. Guidry didn't play last year. Thompson played a little bit more. 96 speed, pure speed back here. Walk on fullback. Now this receiving core. Now this is a receiving core, man. I mean, you got 2 redshirt seniors with pretty good top end speed. Great catch ratings. Good route. Look at this route running, man. 99 route running. Everybody's in the hot. This is my dream receiving core. This receiving core looks sexy as hell. And then you got the burners, you know, you got 96, you got 99. All that acceleration. They pretty much don't have a tight end, which is kind of interesting. Let's look at the line. You got 92 overall left tackle. You got an 81 left guard. Depth at center, right guard, right tackle. So that's pretty similar to the Hawaii offensive line, I'd say. Who's 6'7"? The tight end. Oh shit, Scott Harrell. Oh my god, I'm terrified of this guy. 6'7". What's his jumping? Only 80 jumping. Guess you don't have to jump that good when he's 6'7". 6'7", 6'3". I didn't even know this guy's 6'5". This guy's got a bunch of trees that can run. Well, that's terrifying. I don't think any of my corners are tall enough to handle that. So yeah, so far the strength of his team, definitely that receiving core. I mean, that receiving core is spectacular looking. Left end, I mean, 80 speed is fine, but I'm not gonna go look at his pass rushing stats, but that's, he's fine. Right end, pretty good speed. I mean, what do we care most about for defensive ends, right? You want, like, I assume you want power, finesse moves, and block shedding, right? I mean, play recognition. I mean, yeah. So basically, I mean, he's a power rusher. He's got 92 block shedding. He's good. I definitely don't feel like doing that for everybody now. 287 overall DTs. Good speed at left outside linebacker. Redshirt senior. Good. Pretty low awareness for a redshirt senior. Middle linebacker. Another redshirt senior. Low 80s. So, linebacking core looks like it has athletic ability. But, when you see the lower overalls, despite having good raw athletic abilities, that usually leads me to believe that they're, like, tackling and other, like, fundamentals are a little bit lower. That, like, brings the overall down. Once again, I mean, great speed at corner here. 93, 95, 95. Got 96 down there. Let's just take a quick peek at the coverage. I mean, pretty good press from the top two. You can't complain much about that. I mean, 80, basically high 80s, low 90s man in zone for everybody. Oh my God, Devontae Adams is fucking incredible. He just caught another like 50-yard pass. I don't know how many yards Devontae Adams has today, but it feels like a lot. Free safety. Let's go back this way. Bam! 95 speed. Strong safety is weak. Do they have two free safeties, though? You could start Melton. I assume that you would over at strong safety and be fine. We don't care about kickers, do we? Bad kicker, really good punter. You only need one to be good. And I keep doing that every single goddamn time. Louisiana Tech. Nevada. All right, Brando. Time to get your wiener out and start jerking it to your roster. Look at this QB room. I mean, my fucking God. 95 speed, Darren Rodgers. He's being redshirted, Brandon. Is this correct? You're redshirting this man this year? And you're going to be playing 88 speed, David Branch instead? You're redshirting your star quarterback, Darren Rodgers. After he just threw for 2,500 yards, 27 touchdowns. Is that true? Are you redshirting this guy, Brando? Why? Oh, because of the carry. Okay. Alright, what's his carry rating? 68. Alright, well, so David Branch is going to be our starter here. Let's look at what we got. Throwing the ball. 91 throw, 92 accuracy. I don't know how much throwing he's going to be doing, but he can if in a pinch. Yeah, I mean, both these guys are pretty similar throwing the ball. This guy obviously just has better speed. And then what year is this guy? And then you got Cornelius Brooks, so he's going to be stuck behind Rodgers next year. But another 90s. Wow, Pat has fucking athletes at QB for days. Russ Warren, I mean, you got a 97 speed running back. Pretty good depth at running back. They even have 280 plus fullbacks. It's good news for a flex bone offense. The wide receiver core. They only have 6 on the whole roster. None of them over 85 overall, only 3 over 80. Not a lot of depth here. I mean, if they do throw it, it's going to be going to William Smith most likely. He had 31 catches last season. So these two, Roth and McCutcheon, are your starters? Okay. 2 possession wideouts that can block. Interesting. That is, whoa, and look at that. And this is what Brando was talking about. There are a lot of tight ends on this team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so he mentioned that there are some wide receivers in this group that are just basically going to be practicing blocking for a couple seasons. Interesting. I mean, Dortch looks good. That is a lot of tight ends. Tight ends for days. Let's look at the line. If you're going to run the flex bone, you need a good line. Walker looks promising at left tackle. Franklin, not redshirting him, so he's planning on starting him. Absolute stud center. Oof, 2. Oh, so. Oh, God. All right, so the right sideline is jacked. So you take Henry over, you play him at left guard. Why wouldn't you redshirt Willie Franklin then? Why wouldn't you redshirt either of these guys, Brando? You don't need them both, right? Why are you redshirting any of your linemen? Yeah, because those guys aren't gonna. Some of these guys aren't gonna play. It's his first year back, a little rusty. But yeah, your line is fucking jacked up, man. Holy crap. This is insane. Spread those guys out. He's gonna be able to run the ball. Doesn't have anybody to throw to, but he might not need it. Alright, we got Ronnie Jennings at left end. Darnell Robinson looks like a difference maker at right end. Chad Gould at defensive tackle, 97. Oh, these linebackers too. 89 speed, 99 acceleration. Oh, he's not even a senior. 96 hit power, 92 tackle, 99 pursuit. Oh, he's got 83 press. He's a fucking linebacker. This man is a problem. Shelton Graham, 99 overall middle linebacker. This defense is looking ferocious. 2 95 plus corners. Not a lot of depth at corner. You're going to have to do that. I don't know how this guy made the roster. Then they're redshirting 2 of them. You only have 3 active cornerbacks, Brando, on your roster. How many safeties? Okay, you got... Well... Even with these 2 safeties, you still only have 2... You have 3 of these? No, you're redshirting him. So you have 2 safeties at each position. And 3 corners. So your backup safeties must be on your corner depth chart, I'm assuming. That's interesting. So, I mean, top end talent across the entire team. And it's outrageous. Some slight depth issues if injuries hit on the back end, but that's the only thing I can see. You got a good kicker and a good punter. Alright, who's next? Old Dominion. This is another roster that I expect to be in quite good shape. Starting QB looks like it will be Drew Smith. His first year as a starter. Great speed. Can he throw the ball? No. Well, good accuracy, obviously. That'll be like 99 by the time he's a senior. 82 throw power is really rough. Would you even think about maybe Clint Gaither? I didn't see his throw power, but it can't be that much worse. Ooh, this team has running backs. 99, 96, 93. 99 and 97 break tackle on those top two guys. Good excel. He's even got two fullbacks. Let's see, is he give Lee Sparks any action? Nope. That's sad. Redshirt senior, no career carries. Alright. Let's look at the wide receivers. Mark Young has some top end speed. He had 32 catches, 6 touchdowns last year. No seniors on the wide receiving core, I think. Yeah. Interesting. Not crazy wideouts. Good, fast tight ends. 287 speed tight ends. Let's look at the line. 86, 82, 90. Everybody seems to have a good center. Good right guard. Good right tackle. Pretty good offensive line. Like better than the Hawaii's and Latex, but not quite like as stacked as Nevada was. 92 left end. Thomas Horner. 290 plus ends. 290 plus defensive tackles. Left outside linebacker, you got a starter who's a little bit slower. You got Hamby, who's got 6 more speed, but less acceleration. How does that kind of balance out? You got Battle at middle linebacker. He's probably fine. Some solid right outside linebackers. At corner, they have pretty good depth. I mean, look at that. The speed. Another team with a great speed at corner. 4 safeties on the roster. Great speed at that position too. This team has great back end speed across the board. Good luck beating them deep. Unless they all have like really bad cover, really bad awareness or something. Stud kicker. Hasn't attempted it. This guy's a 98 overall kicker. Has not attempted a kick yet somehow. Explain that to me. Has Poole been kicking? No. Have you been kicking? Yes, you have. He was only 10 for 14 last year. It's not even that good. Bench him for the other guy. Alright, we are here at the Rice Owls. Lester Miles. Mo Lester Miles. I think Brent Scott is the starter here. He won the O'Brien and the Maxwell as a redshirt freshman. 4,200 passing yards, 46 touchdowns, 500 yards on the ground. So 79 speed, 90 throw power, 89 throw accuracy. He had a great year last year. They aired it out last year. He's just pretty well-rounded, you know, fairly athletic. Not a prohibitive issue with his throw power or anything. Running back seems to be a position that they are not quite too stacked at. 285s with like 90 speed. Wide receiver though, they have 297 wideouts of very different play styles. We have an 84 speed possession receiver, and we have a 97 speed. I'm gonna call him a speed wide receiver. It says he's balanced. He must be fucking incredible. I mean, he's 97 overall. These two guys are gonna be a tough tandem for any defense. I mean, 570 yards last year, 1180. This is the guy that had 2,000 yard seasons. We looked at him earlier. They got some burners coming down the pipeline too. This is a team that wants to throw the ball a lot. You got 290 overall tight ends as well. They're going to have options. 95 left tackle. I'm assuming they have somebody else to play left guard. Probably the center or the backup right guard. So they have a very good line. Just below like elite probably. But very good, I would say. 2 good left ends. An even better right end. 91 overall defensive tackle. 96 Brian Douglas had 5 sacks last year. Pretty good speed at middle linebacker from Robinson and Ostrander. I assume, I mean, do they have a left outside linebacker that could do that? You know, Freeman and Jones seem like they're quite even as far as who would start at that right spot. Another team, I mean, I think maybe it's not even a difference, but every at this point every team has really good speed at corner. So having good speed at corner is not as surprising as I thought, because the amount of guys that have 95 plus speed at corner, it seems like almost every team. So that's just you just got to do that to compete at this point. He's got great speed at safety as well. And he's got 5 strong safeties. That's as many as I've seen from anyone. We skipped the kicker. Let's just see. Kicker's good. Punter's even better. All right. The Toledo Mud Hens are up next. Yeah, that's a good point, Tyler. That is a really good point. I mean, I've been trying to freaking recruit these fast guys that can't catch, but if everybody's corners are that fast, maybe that's not the best strategy. So we got Scott Walker, my least favorite governor, and we have Rondell Sherman. Let's see who played. Not this guy. This guy did play. 38 touchdowns, 14 picks. Let's take a look at Scott Walker. Yeah, Brando, I think you might value perimeter blocking slightly more than everybody else. 99 throw power, 97 accuracy. That's why you start this guy, because of the 99 throw power. Only 43 spectacular catch, but I don't think that'll be that important. 79 speed with 99 throw power. I mean, this guy is kind of the perfect quarterback. I would love playing with this guy. He's got a really good all-around running back from Fairview Shores, Florida, who has 97 break tackle, 96 elusiveness, and then he has a 99 and a 98 speed guy. Fuck me. Wide receiver, he's got 99 and then 95, 95. All three have 99 Excel. I mean, not a lot of height. He doesn't have any 6'7" monsters, but he's got depth. He's got 3 really good all-around speedy receivers with a QB who can throw it to him. So if you're playing Cody, the scouting report to me is watch for the deep shot. He's got a 99 overall tight end as well. Fuck. Can Rice go back to back? I have to go look at the divisions again, but maybe. I don't know. I'll make a prediction. A lot of left guards. Good center. Yeah. Yeah, I really like this guy's. I really like Toledo's offense. I mean, they have weapons. They have so many good wide receivers. Their running backs are stacked. This line is good. And their QB is a fucking monster. I mean, I don't know how you don't score 50 points a game against users. Let's look at the defense. 91 overall left end, 92 right end. He's got 90s across the board on the line. Pretty good left outside linebacker. Good middle linebacker. Yeah, you're right, Tyler. That's a pretty fucking good comparison, actually, of just strong arm QB, speed on the edges, and a beast tight end. Once again, I mean, this guy's got good 96, 93, 90, 94, 90 plus corners. A white guy named Jabari, a little offensive. Got good safeties too. I mean, there's a reason this team's 90 across the board, or sorry, 99 across the board, because they're fucking good. All right, finally to one of the not Super Jack teams, Toledo. Packers cornerback Kevin King. Probably the presumptive starter. 80 speed. He's a true sophomore. 91 throw, 85 accuracy. For a true sophomore, that's a pretty solid player, honestly. Running backs have low overalls. They at least have one guy with good top end speed. Nobody has 90 break tackle though. Receiver is once again, got a little bit of, well, I guess from Rising Sun, Lebanon, Delaware. That's a place. I mean, their best receiver is 80 overall. Good tight end. Let's see the line. 81, 91, 84, 87, 86. The offensive line's good. Not even really a step down from some of those better teams. Left end 91, right end 81 with no speed really. Good D tackle. Linebacking core is passable. I mean that's honestly looks pretty similar to a lot. I mean that's like as good as Hawaii's linebackers, I would say easily. One straight up shutdown corner, Ira Johnson, who had 5 picks last year. Good season for him. Hard hitter too. Hard hitter with that type of speed. That's a great combination. Corner, I don't see corner being. That's another spot where. Ooh, look at that free safety, Reynaldo. Fuck yeah, that guy looks sick. I might have to go let my dog out here in a sec, guys. Stay tuned. I might have to go do that. Alright, 1 sec. I'm gonna take a quick break. Who are we on next? Oh, we're on UMass. That'll be fun. Time out quick. I'm gonna go take my dog out. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. Alright, we're on the University of Massachusetts. Starting QB. The presumptive starting QB? Nobody on this team has thrown a pass before in a college game. Presumptive starting QB is Donald Webb. 83 and 80. I mean, yeah. Banks is the starter. Alright, Kevin Banks is the starter. He has a weighs slightly faster, and I mean slightly. Worse throw power, worse throw accuracy. I mean, if you redshirt this guy, Tyler, they'll be the same year. Right? So Coach maybe hasn't settled on a starter yet. We have Courtney McCarthy and Eric Wallace, top 2 RBs. Similar speed, a little bit of better acceleration, a little bit better awareness, broken tackle, trucking, elusiveness. Stiff arm is negligible, a little bit of spin, juke. It seems like McCarthy, is the guy. Fullback is the position. Marquise Brooks. He's had 57 catches in back-to-back seasons. He seems usable. Nobody over 80. He's only 5'8". They have a lot of wide receivers. Diggs did. Richard Diggs, the senior, Maple Shade, New Jersey. 83 overall tight end with 85 speed. That's not too bad for this roster. Could be a pass catching threat. The line, 78, 73, 80, 72, 77. The line isn't good, right? I mean, we kind of expected that. What was the score of your game versus Anton? Left end, 73 speed. I mean, no speed on the edges here. They have an 80 defensive tackle. The transfer, Reggie Hollis, can this guy play? Okay. Can Reggie Hollis play this year? That guy seems promising, at least. Some corners. A couple safeties breaking into the 80s. They got a kicker. Who we have left? We have UNLV, UTEP, and Utah State. Alright. The UNLV Running Rebels. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you even kept it close is pretty impressive with this hodgepodge of a roster. Sorry, I was looking at something else here. Alright, I'm back. Alright, 99 overall, 90 speed QB, Dallas Martin. This will be his 3rd year as a starter. Not great throw power, but great accuracy, which lines up with how Worm plays. Fitting the ball into tight windows a lot. Mario Crawford. is a solid running back. They don't really have a great backup option. He seems like he'll be solid. Wide receiver, they have a ton of wide receivers. Only one. So they have Brent Powers, who's 90, a junior, but then they have nobody else over 80. Nobody else with above 80 catching. Oof, the route running on this team is not amazing either. So kind of a one-man band at wideout. Really good tight end though, which helps alleviate that issue a little bit. Let's see the line here. $77, $75. Everybody's got a good center. $83. Alright, so the right side pretty significantly better than the left side, it looks like. 91 left end, not as good on the right end. 83 DT. They have one good left outside, or not good, one serviceable left outside linebacker. A solid guy in the middle. Pretty solid at right outside linebacker. Two guys in the 80s. Not a lot of, probably maybe even the worst besides UMass cornerback room we've seen so far, right? I mean, that's pretty much as bad as we've seen in the cornerback room. Free safety is fine. Same with strong safety. So this team, I mean, wide receiver, this team is just a step below a lot of these other teams still, right? I mean, really solid QB, obviously. Solid at running back. Wide receiver is a little weak. The line is a bit iffy. And corner is a bit iffy. So they've got some holes. On to UTEP. Look at that. Carrying 7 quarterbacks. Kevin McKinley, presumed starter, 91 speed. 88 throw power, 85 accuracy. They don't have one of these 7 QBs with 90 throw power. Lawrence Wheeler, speedy halfback, 87 broken tackle, 94 speed. Wide receiver, they got 2 solid wideouts. I mean, like just comparing this to UNLV, this is a much better wideout room, but it makes sense. He's been there longer. Not much at tight end. Let's see. Left tackle's weak. Left guard is even weaker. Center's good. Right guard, no right tackles. This line is tough to look at. So, I mean, you could have one center playing left guard, one center playing left tackle. There's barely enough players to go around on this line. This line is tough looking, man. I don't know. Good at left end, really good at right end. Pretty good at defensive tackle. Good D-line. Fast but raw linebacker. Really good middle linebacker. Man. Guy had 70 tackles, 3 sacks last year. Fine at right outside linebacker. They have a fast CB1, 2 guys at 80, and one of them's being redshirted. So that leaves you down at this guy as your third corner, 75. That's a pretty small cornerback roster there. Maybe there's plans to have some of these free safeties fill some of those spots as well. All right, Utah State. We'll finish it off with the Fighting Antons. Let's see what he's got here. He's got a 96 overall junior quarterback with 90 speed. 87, 85. I mean, What did he do last year? 3,000, sorry, passing yards. That guy's good. I mean, 87, 89 speed, 86 broken tackle, fine. Receiver is pretty weak. No, fastest guys 92. You know, not a lot there. Receiver, good tight end. Let's see the line: 84 and 80, 77, 77. Worst center we've seen. That's like the only guy who has a center below 90, honestly. 85, 81. Line is iffy. D end is not great. A little bit better at tackle. Left outside linebacker is fine. Middle linebacker is good. Not bad speed, but fine. Maybe below fine. Corner is better than I would have expected based on the rest of his roster. His defensive line seems like it's pretty weak. He's got a couple good linebackers and a pretty good cornerback room. And fine at safety. So D-line and receiver are the two big holes I saw. Honestly, was his offensive line good? His offensive line might have not been good either, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, guys. I've been on for an hour 15 here. Unless anybody else is here that has some specific things they'd like to look at, I'm going to pop off. Thank you for all you guys that hung around here for a bit. It was a good time. I will see you guys around.